Chapter 4: Revenge of the Fallen. The darkness had finally begun to lift. The eerie voice that once haunted Chocolate's every move was gone, silenced, erased. This time, it was his own voice that opened the story. Before you listen to this, just know, this is the third and final one. A trilogy. I don't even know how it came to life, to be honest. But before you listen, just understand it's going to be crazy all over the place. That's just a vibe. And with that, he stepped forward, ready to face everything that had led him here. Memories swirled in his mind like scattered pages of a forgotten book. In the quiet, an old voice echoed. XXXTentacion's words rang out like a ghostly guide, reminding him not to let his life be controlled by someone else's dreams. "These are the lost files of my mind," Chocolate murmured, grasping at emotions that felt both distant and painfully close. He needed her more than ever, but was it too late? He shook off the thoughts and focused on the present. "I'm bored of my future or present," he admitted, stepping onto a path that felt endless. He had learned to count his blessings, but doubt still loomed over him like a shadow. The past kept knocking, but he had no interest in answering. He was on a mission now, one he refused to let anyone take from him. And then came the pain, again. The cycle repeated itself like a cruel joke, but this time, something was different. This wasn't the same heartache, the same betrayal, the same loneliness. No, this time, she was different. She wasn't like the others. "I'll be there when you need someone to hold. It's me and you to the end." For the first time in a long time, he felt something real. Something that could break the loop. But revenge still simmered beneath the surface. "It's way too late to make amends," he declared. He had wasted too much time, given too much of himself. Now, he was done pretending. He wasn't here to play nice. He was here to win. And he wasn't alone. "If you know, then you really know." His words wove together with voices that understood his struggle. Lil XLR, FGB Jewel, each adding their own pain, their own truths. They had all been through it. They had all fought to survive. But the weight of the world was still heavy. Insecurities clawed at him, at everyone. People built walls around their dreams, afraid to let them breathe. But Chocolate wouldn't let fear hold him back anymore. "You're supposed to be a king or queen. Don't let them kick you while you're down. Go be the best version of yourself." Because in the end, nobody really cared. Life wasn't fair, and the truth would always be hidden beneath fear. But he refused to be useless. He had a purpose, and he had to prove it to himself, if no one else. But just as he started to rise, he felt himself falling again. "It feels like I'm falling with nowhere to call home." The isolation, the silence, the feeling of being surrounded but utterly alone, it had followed him for so long. And yet, there was always that one voice, the one person who could make it all feel okay, if only for a moment. One thing I hate the most is wasting time. Chocolate knew now that he had spent too long trapped in the past, chasing things that would never last. The fine line between then and now had finally been drawn. It was time to step over it. And with that, he broke free. The loop shattered, the nightmare ended. The weight on his chest lifted, and for the first time in what felt like forever, he could breathe. The nightmares was over.